Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Chris Cotton, AutoFix-Auto Shop Coaching here. Today, I wanted to talk about hiring. What does the process look like? What do you do? How do you make sure that you have the right person? This is going to be 8 steps, right? So the first one is write the ad. What I want you to do is I want you to list the qualities of the person that you want in that position, and then write in the paragraph or the paragraphs describing what that looks like. Okay. Number two, we're going to post the ad. There's a couple of things that are working really, really great right now. One is Facebook ads, not putting a post and then boosting it, but an actual ad, just like you do for driving car count. We're going to drive technician count, or we're going to drive service writer count. There also, you can use Indeed or ZipRecruiter or something like that, but just pick one. Those things are all owned by practically the same people anyway. They're all going to get cross posted. So just pick one and do it well, but do both those. Okay. Number three, after you've posted the ad and you've got people coming back in and saying that, hey, we're interested, we're going to schedule a short phone interview, right? And so part of this process, and this overall process is called behavioral interviewing, right? So part of this process is giving them steps or hurdles to go through or go over to see how well they do in these situations. So whenever you set up the short phone interview, make sure that you're available, one, and two, make them call you at 9 a.m. Say, if they call at 9:05, then they're not a very detail oriented person. They probably don't follow instructions very well, or they're not organized in their life. And is that somebody you really want to fill that position? Number four, after you've done the short phone interview, say we have 20 candidates, narrow that down to 4 or 5 and take them further into a Zoom interview, which you're going to record. And when you record that, you're going to make sure that you have the video on. You want to see them. They should be seeing you. Tell them you're going to record them, and tell them you're going to keep that for later. One of the reasons we want to keep that is so that we can go back, and instead of scribbling notes or things like that, we can go back and replay it, and then we can take our notes. Make sure that the interview is free flowing, okay, back and forth. Also, later on in the process, say you hire somebody and they come back and say, hey, you never said that during the interview. You can say, actually, I did at the 5 minute 47 minute or 5 minute 47 second mark right here. Okay. The questions. If you're hiring for a position, like say a service advisor position, you want to ask the service advisor the same 15 questions to everybody. That way you can compare them. We don't want them to be yes, no questions. We want them to be open-ended questions, such as, tell me about a time when you taught somebody something new. What was it and what was the process? And just let them go. And when they get to the end, you can ask them another open-ended question. Is there more? Tell me more. Or and then what? And get them going until they've just said all they can say about it. So again, no yes, no questions. It's not about you and convincing them that they should work there. You're asking them questions open-ended so that we can decide if they're a great candidate or not. After that, pick your top three. Pick a winner, pick a runner-up, and then pick a third place. And then have a plan for, okay, if I don't get my first option, is second option still a good option? Always make sure that you keep people in the loop. Let them know where they're at in the process. Let them know if they're out. Let them know if they're in. Let them know if they're moving forward. Okay. So we've picked a winner. Now, step 6 is finalize a pay plan. You notice I haven't talked about pay any of the times at all above this, because we're waiting till now that we have all the information from the person. We know their lifestyle. We know how they're getting paid currently. And now we can make a pay plan for them that fits their needs and the needs of the repair shop. Okay. Number 7, make the job offer. So we've picked them, we finalized the pay plan, we're making the job offer. So we're going to send that out to our number one pick and lay it all out. This is your job description. This is how often we pay. These are the deductions, and everything else like that, and put them out to them for them to sign and get back. That way they acknowledge that they've done it. And finally, outside of just having like a starting day when they just show up and they're like, okay, now what? What does your training plan look like for the first 90 days? Do we have we do have things for them to do the first day, like a service advisor. It could be phone training. It could be point of sale system training. We assign them a mentor. We teach them how to clock in and clock out. A technician, again, assign a mentor, teach them how to clock in and clock out, work on the DVI process. Where's the MSDS binder, things like that. Most often we lose people because the training is not there or it's not what they thought it was going to be. So make sure you have that first 90 days full and give them a checkoff list. If you do this, we'll check this off. If you do this and are competent at it, then I'm going to sign off for you. And then while you're working on that 90 days, look up to the next 90 days and see how we progress them and give them something to do and make sure that they're interested in the process and make sure that they stay in the present, make sure they're learning and growing. Because once people stop learning and growing, that's when they start looking for another job. It's typically not pay or other things like that. It's because they have no sense of purpose. Okay. So here's the 8 steps again, if you missed them or if I didn't make it clear. 1, write the ad. 2, post the ad. 3, short phone interview, make them call you. 4, Zoom interview with video and questions. Number 5, pick a winner. 6, finalize that pay plan. 7, make the job offer. And then 8, have a training plan. What does the first 90 days look like? I hope you got something out of this. It's really, really important. I'm also working on some other training plans and things like that. So stay tuned. We'll see what we can share with you later on. Again, my name is Chris Cotton, AutoFix Auto Shop Coaching. I hope to see you soon. Have a great day.